What's up, guys? It's your boy Vince Ryder. Welcome back to another Miraculous review, and this one is going to be me doing an off-script kind of review of season 4, episode 18, Wishmaker. I already seen Crocodile Duel. I kind of have to work on that probably after this. And I'm pretty much sure that the finale is gonna come soon, which I don't know what's that gonna be, but it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, this is just gonna be me talking about the episode unscripted, basically as I'm supposed to. But other than that, I am kind of late on this. Other people that are top tier Miraculous channels that are pretty much more highly educated than me, for sure, already covered it pretty well. So trust them. But for me, this is my perspective of Wishmaker. So pretty much the episode itself really centers around talking about dreams, talking about what you want to be when you grow up or when you actually do find your career. A lot of times when I look at myself in this channel, I pretty much try to look for what I want to be. And, it's not that easy in any sense, but you just never know what your dream will take you. I kind of believe that dreams come when you actually find something and discover something, that you probably didn't realize. Pretty much a while ago, I was, dreaming of being a pro skater and actually getting sponsors and being the X Games or the Olympics, skateboarding Olympics. But then I find myself actually wanting to be an educator, where it's like a teacher, or actually my YouTube channel of actually doing books and doing let's reads, or just the stuff that I do on YouTube. And it's not easy. A lot of times I keep thinking like, am I gonna make it there? But that is my dream, and I guess I kind of relate to the ice cream man. I forget his name, but I relate to him that you know yes, a lot of times I do see myself either like a person that, just does, these YouTube videos, and I'm just giving you the reads, and, it's not about me pretty much. It's about the reads or the stories that I really put out there. Or sometimes I kind of look at it like a teacher, like, I'm showing of what I learned from these stories and actually just showing you my perspective and analysis, and the same thing that I'm making this video. I kind of really see it, that kind of aspect to it. But this episode really just opens, doors of just those ideas of dreams, and pretty much, especially how these, in this season of these teenagers growing, they're heroes, of course, but they don't know what they want to be when they really grow up, especially with Adrian. And I don't know what's up with, like, with this, like, what, the Knit Fairy? No, that's Marinette. Pretty much, of course, her dream, I can definitely see her dream being like the guardian and actually saving the world, of course, superhero. And I don't know if that really could change or anything like that. Now, most people were actually talking about the whole this episode is basically centered around Luca. Luca is definitely looked as an angel in this episode, more so than pretty much, like, of course, that there was that scene that he lied, but he was still looked at as an angel. And it seems that Luca is, like, I couldn't really think of anyone else to be more trustworthy. Like, Jagged Stone has some amazing, like these, his two kids are just like, are gonna be like almost the bias record of just, favorite characters of this show. And that's how I kind of see it. Luca, like, especially when he literally has summoned the wind to play his violin in that one scene, shows that how angelic he is. And even Wood, like, finds the truth, like, definitely with that scene where he's, of course, in his hero, which I couldn't really think at the moment, but uh, as he's just, you know, really changing time with his abilities, his powers, just to avoid any conflict around, like, uh, having to actually, instead of like going straight for it, like, because Luca already knows. Luca already knows, at least to me, he kind of already knows who is Marinette and who's Cat Noir. So the identities is kind of like reach. It's kind of different with, of course, Alia, already finding out who, like, pretty much Alia doesn't know who Cat Noir is, but definitely know who's Ladybug, of course. But will this be sort of different for Luca? Will Luca be, basically, somewhat ally for, the same thing with, Alia will be an ally for Ladybug, or would he be an ally for Cat Noir? I feel like that would be a good connection, a good actual, way to actually see how that would, like especially, Ladybug already has an ally of having Alia, but will we see the same with, here I am thinking that Nino would be an ally for Cat Noir or Adrian, but will we see like Adrian finding his ally through Luca? I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I'm still waiting for gosh, here I am. Julica being the new ally for Ladybug. Like that would be cool seeing Tigris, and of course that's going to be like in my other review of that episode, which is still in the works. But this episode was really good. Of course, it was praised as one of the best out there, and especially for shocking moments where a lot of these scenes were is understandably shocking, especially how with that one scene how it was revealed to uh shadow shadow mots of who the sun is. So of course that was like a shocking moment that I didn't realize would happen, but of course that would make sense for his reaction, of course. And definitely seeing how Luca lies about just to keep their identities and everything safe would be a right choice that he would make. I feel like I would make, honestly. But this episode for me, like so many points where I was just like, you know, thinking to myself from all the episodes I've seen, this one happens to be the one that was, I guess the best, but nothing too crazy, at least to me. And we like it's just how unexpected how their dreams really show, and also how I like how other people's dreams when Alec, Alec Daddy. I still can't get that image. Of course, you can see it in the screen where Alec is wearing the wig and now a freaking Sailor Moon character, Slay. But Alec is just going around with these other, individuals, and pretty much their dreams with Andrea and the guy with, does the wigs. Their dreams is sort of sense in a, kind of related in a sense of doing it for people and making them happy, which is something that I want to do, make people happy through my videos. And you see with, the ice cream man making people happy with just, him not only, serving the ice cream, but also creating relationships. And then we see that with the wig man actually having, showing the sense of identity, but helping other people to show more who they are through the wigs that they choose. So it's not at all always about the money that they try to make. And a lot of times, a lot of people's dreams are always centered in that. Like, hey, you need to be, have a career and actually make, especially my parents actually wanted me to actually have a job and, be an accountant. But then I tried to work for it and it was so bad. I hated it, And then I really think to myself, like, what do I want to be to make myself happy? And of course, like, my parents agreed with that of just, just my personal way of seeing it. And that's what I liked about this episode, the positive side of dreams and how things are just growing, as people's perspective. I guess if this was like older times, I guess like around 2000s or something, that, people's dreams of making money would be, not a surprise. And yes, that's still out there. That is true. People do actually want to actually make a career and actually live off and live on their own, actually get the paycheck and, or have the 9 to 5. That's cool. But dreams that, that are hard to target is something that is passionate for other people, especially for me. And the way I see true dreams, especially Andre, yeah, the ice cream man, that him working through an office job, I would guarantee like he was already good. But then when he chose being like, serving ice cream, he could have been more happy. And that's what's important. The mental health aspect of just being happy, what dreams that you have. And here I am talking about dreams when I should be talking about the episode. I just couldn't help it. That's what I feel about it. We see like Alec actually showing off, the instruments as Luca was showing, as Alec was showing, like, oh, you could just play guitar on your phone. But that's not the same. It's kind of like the same thing. Like, you can't, it's not the same of, talking to people on the phone, but real life is a whole different experience, the way it brings, humanly. And it seems like Lucas is just like, especially this angel, and now Sass is just also like almost like a mentor for the Kwamis, as I see him. I'm trying to think of different perspectives of this episodes to talk about, but so far, there's not much of me to actually analyze because I didn't really put down notes. But I really dig the episode. I really like how it really, strikes the message very clearly, and the surprises, and also the aspects of these different dreams, and of course Alec with the wig. Alec, I pretty much didn't realize that he was the person to, have a show to make fun of everyone. Like, I always think, like, especially last time he was making fun was actually Chloe's mom, but then him making fun would actually make sense, especially how, like, it really do, like, you got made fun of with these funny glasses and this huge pink afro that came out of nowhere, but it was made fun of because of it. And him saying like I wasted all my life or something feels more real, especially when I see other people's living their dreams, but they don't seem to actually really like it. I can't imagine that, honestly. That's why it's important really to choose your dreams. I guess that's what Astrog is trying to tell us. Like, try to actually find your dreams, but try to find the one that you feel like is better for you. I chose to do this whole YouTube thing with me doing reads and stuff because even though that the whole skateboarding lifestyle is something that is appealing to me that I really wanted and actually was looking at cool. Physically and mentally, I just couldn't handle it, especially with the culture surrounding it. And I was looking at the culture of what I do when it comes down to reading webtoons and talking to the fans and talking to you guys. It feels more homely, more happy to me mentally and personally. And it's just something that I just, enjoy. I also like how Jagged Stone was like turned to like a crocodile, like those moments of him. Like, I swear there's just a lot of adorable moments with the whole, like, the huggy toy, and then he turns to this huggy rhino, and Jagged Stone as like this crocodile and a cucumber guy. My goodness, that has to be the biggest highlight for that one. Yeah, but other than that, I really enjoyed this episode. This is I dig this. Alec is a fashion daddy of all sense of, like, especially as an enemy, and also has a new sailor character as you see in the screen. But also this message of the story is deep, and also it's interesting where we're gonna see these characters and where they're gonna be later on in the episodes as it moves on. Other than that, that's my review, and I'll see you guys next time. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy. Subscribe, like, comment, all that jazz. I'm not the best top tier, but I always like giving these reviews in my personal experience and what I see through my eyes. Other than that, I'll see you guys when I see you. A peace.